Hello, and a warm welcome to all our viewers. We're back on Law Logical with another insightful video. Today, we're continuing our series on family law, specifically tackling the complex issue of divorce. This is our third installment, and we'll be focusing on the critical aspects of alimony and property division. These topics can be challenging to navigate, but we'll break them down for you, making them easy to understand. Without further ado, let's dive into the world of alimony and property division. Let's start with alimony, but first, what exactly is alimony? Well, in its simplest form, alimony is a legal obligation imposed on a person to provide financial support to their spouse during or after marital separation or divorce. It's not about punishing one party or rewarding the other, but rather about ensuring that the lower-earning spouse isn't financially disadvantaged by the divorce. Now, you might be wondering, how is the amount of alimony decided? Excellent question. There are a range of factors that courts consider when determining alimony. These may include the length of the marriage, the standard of living established during the marriage, the age and health of both parties, and the financial resources and earning capacity of each spouse. In some cases, the courts might even consider the contributions made by one spouse to the education or career advancement of the other. It's important to note that alimony isn't automatically granted in every divorce case. The court must find that one spouse has a need for support and that the other spouse has the ability to pay. Also, alimony payments are separate from child support, which is specifically intended for the care and well-being of children from the marriage. In short, alimony is the financial support that a spouse may have to provide to their ex-spouse post-divorce, and the amount is generally decided by the court. Now that we know what alimony is, let's understand its application in Indian family law. Alimony, also referred to as maintenance in this context, is a legal obligation to provide financial support to one spouse during or after marital separation or divorce. In India, it can be either a one-time lump sum payment or a periodic payment, which could be monthly or quarterly. The amount is decided by the court and is based on several factors, such as the spouse's own income, the income of the person who has to pay the alimony, the financial status of both parties, and the number of children, if any. This provision allows the spouse who doesn't have an independent income to maintain a standard of living similar to the one before divorce. Remember, the purpose of alimony in Indian family law is to ensure that the spouse who might not have an independent income source is provided for. Moving on, let's talk about property division in a divorce. Property division, as the term suggests, is the process of dividing the assets owned by a couple at the time of their divorce. It's a crucial part of the divorce proceedings and can often be a contentious issue. Now, when we say assets, we're referring to both movable and immovable properties. Movable properties can be anything from vehicles, jewelry, cash, stocks to household items. On the other hand, immovable properties include real estate like houses or land. It's important to note that only assets acquired during the marriage are usually subject to division. These are known as marital assets. Assets owned by either spouse before the marriage or acquired by gift or inheritance during the marriage are typically considered separate and not subject to division. So, property division is the process of dividing the couple's assets in a fair and equitable manner. Now that we understand property division, let's see how it works in Indian family law. In India, the concept of property division during a divorce is not as straightforward as it might seem. It's not a simple 50-50 split. Instead, the division of assets acquired during the marriage is determined by several factors, taking into account the unique circumstances of each case. One of the key factors considered is the duration of the marriage. A long-standing marriage may result in a more equitable distribution of property, considering the contributions of both spouses over time. In contrast, a shorter marriage may result in a more unequal distribution, particularly if one spouse brought significant assets into the marriage. The financial situation of both parties is also considered. If one party is financially dependent on the other, the court may award a larger share of the property to the dependent party to ensure their financial stability post-divorce. The welfare of the children, if any, is another crucial factor. The court may favor the parent who has custody of the children in terms of property division, ensuring a stable environment for them. It's also important to note that only assets acquired during the marriage are subject to division. Properties owned prior to the marriage or inherited are typically excluded, barring exceptional circumstances. In summary, property division in Indian family law aims at a fair distribution of assets acquired during the marriage. So, there you have it. A quick overview of alimony and property division in Indian family law. Now, let's take a quick moment to recap what we've discovered today. We began our journey by understanding what alimony is, a financial support provided to a spouse after divorce. We then navigated through how Indian family law addresses alimony, emphasizing that it is not a given right, but rather a discretionary power of the court based on factors such as the financial standing of the spouses, their standard of living, and the cause of the divorce. Next, we explored the concept of property division, the splitting of marital assets between spouses upon divorce. We dove into how Indian family law treats property division, noting that it is largely based on the personal laws of the spouse's religion and the nature of the property itself, whether it's ancestral or self-acquired. Remember, these laws are intricate and multifaceted, and it's always advisable to consult with a legal professional when dealing with them. This could potentially save you from nasty surprises down the road and ensure that you're equipped with all the necessary knowledge to make the best decisions possible. We hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any queries or want us to cover a specific topic, feel free to drop a comment below. Thank you for watching.